Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the midst of a national computer glitch. We are still here and doing things in person the old-fashioned way, which has its merits. So welcome and good morning, and thank you so much to KMAC Contemporary Art Museum for hosting us in this absolutely beautiful space. It is alive with people and art today, which is so representative of our amazing creative city. And so thank you, Michelle, and to all of your colleagues for hosting us here today. We're here to celebrate another successful SummerWorks season. This is an outstanding program that prepares young people for rewarding careers right here in our home city of Louisville. It's an important part of the work that we do to grow our economy and to make our city safer, stronger, and healthier. Today, we want to highlight some of the interns, employers, supporters, and teammates who help make this important program possible. And this was a big year for SummerWorks. Demand for quality summer jobs was higher than it's ever been before. We had a record 3,400 youth register on our platform, more than half of whom were from our targeted zip codes in the west, southern, and central parts of our city. And over the last 4 weeks, young Louisvillians from across the city have been working in all kinds of fields, learning professional skills in science, engineering, manufacturing, construction, customer service, education, and many more key areas. And they've been working for some of our amazing employers here in town, like GE Appliances, Humana, Kentucky Kingdom, Norton Healthcare, Thornton's, and many others. In addition to helping young people connect with jobs, SummerWorks also funded 270 positions at 47 nonprofit organizations and city agencies. This included expanded partnerships with U of L through their JB Speed School of Engineering, where we had a great announcement to launch the SummerWorks season earlier this spring, and Louisville Science Pathways. Importantly, we also increased the pay for the SummerWorks interns from $12 an hour to $15 an hour this year. And one of those 47 sponsored job sites is right here at KMAC Contemporary Art Museum. KMAC started hiring SummerWorks interns in 2016 and has been a great part of our program ever since. So now I'd like to introduce their wonderful executive director, Michelle Staggs, to say a few words about the partnership and how they've been working with SummerWorks. Michelle? I do know how to say it.
Hi, welcome. We are so glad you're here at KMAC Contemporary Art Museum. If you don't know where we're located, I know everyone here in the space does, we are at 715 West Main Street on Louisville's historic Museum Row. And I think we all in this room know how essential arts and cultural institutions are for a vibrant community. And without SummerWorks, I think that most of these institutions that Craig mentioned, the 47 nonprofits, and especially the arts and cultural institutions, would struggle to meet the demands and needs that we all have during the summer. The summer is great here in Louisville. We are bustling as a museum with all sorts of families coming through the cultural paths and other opportunities. And it is really essential to have enough hands-on activities and people to help with these interactive art experiences. SummerWorks has allowed us to have 3 amazing interns this summer, and we're grateful for that. I don't want to steal the show and talk about my colleague Jasmine, who's here with us, who started as a SummerWorks employee back how many years ago? In 2017, and is now a full-time employee and fabulous. But it really is an amazing experience for both us and for us to bring in students and youth from all around our community to potentially experience an art museum for the first time, and then really to have some really interesting hands-on experiences. I invite all of you to come back to the museum at any point in time, but especially during our Family Fun Days, which you can find out about on our website, kmacmuseum.org. And our next one, I believe, is August the 17th. It's on Family Fun Days. We are free admission museum. We have educational experiences for families to enjoy together, hands-on art making and all sorts of other activities. So please come back. And I can't thank the funding community enough and the city enough for offering this program to us and allowing us to continue to provide some essential art education and creativity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. One of the things, as Michelle talked about, that's so special about the SummerWorks program is that there are opportunities beyond just the summer for some of these interns. And as Michelle mentioned, one of our next speaker is Jasmine Groves. Jasmine was a SummerWorks intern for 2 summers, as she mentioned, while she was in high school. Then after her college education, she came back home and came back to KMAC. She's now a staff member in the Visitor Services and Communications area. So Jasmine, would you please come and join us to share a few words about your SummerWorks experience?
Hello, yes, as Mayor Greenberg said, my name is Jasmine Groves. I handle Visitor Services and Communications here at the museum. My first introduction to KMAC was when I was a student at DuPont Manual. Our textiles teacher, Ms. Alford, let us know about KMAC Couture if we wanted to submit our wearable art pieces. And we later took a field trip, I think in 2016, right before we renovated, to KMAC, and I really enjoyed what I saw. And I believe when I came here, the director of education at the time, Ms. Ramona Lindsay, introduced me to SummerWorks and encouraged me to apply. So I came back in 2017 as a SummerWorks employee, working under Ms. Joanna Miller, helping with the summer camps there, and I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to talk about 3 things that I learned while I was with SummerWorks here at KMAC Museum. I learned how important it is to teach kids about art very early on. Working with these summer camp kids, I learned how dedicated they were to see their projects towards the end, and that's definitely a skill that they can carry on into their adult life. I learned how excited they were to tell stories throughout their art, and I had a great time seeing how they were finding art everywhere, or if they didn't see it everywhere, they could find the tools to find art everywhere. The second thing I learned was the inner workings of the museum. I had been to many art museums before working with SummerWorks, and I enjoyed them, but I had no clue how they worked. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work here and see what kind of departments are necessary to keep the museum running. The curatorial department, the visitor services team, the development team are all necessary to keep this museum running. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity to see that back when I worked with SummerWorks and here now. And the third thing I learned was how important career readiness is in general, as well as how important and how serious the job coaches with SummerWorks took career readiness. I had 2 different job coaches during 2017 and 2018. We met once a week, every week, and they were so sure to make sure that I understood all the ins and outs of resumes, of cover letters, of professional attire, conflict resolution. And even if I didn't go into museums after I left SummerWorks, those were definitely things that I could have taken into whatever career I went into. But working at KMAC was really the foundation for the rest of my jobs. At the Evansville Museum of Art, History, and Science in Indiana, and then I worked at the Museum and Galleries on Murray State's campus after I finished my 2 years there. But working at KMAC was really important to me. So in 2022, I saw online that they were hiring for a visitor services person. I applied, and right after I applied, I got an email from Joanna Miller, who went from being the museum educator to the museum director, or the education director, to see if she wanted to catch up, because it had been 4 years since we had seen each other. So after our interview, we caught up, and it was so wonderful to see that she had grown, and I knew that because she had grown and she was my supervisor at SummerWorks, that growth was possible for me as well. So I am extremely grateful for SummerWorks. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow, and I wish the SummerWorks class of 2024, as you would say it, all the best as they learn and grow as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. That's a great story. It's great to hear about how SummerWorks opens up opportunities, provides with experiences beyond just a traditional job. And also, you don't even realize that you did this, but in your first of 3 items that you were talking about the importance of art and the importance of storytellers to a city like Louisville, you teed up an exciting announcement that we're making this afternoon at 3 o'clock that we hope everybody tunes in for this afternoon. Great new news that just along those same lines about the importance of art and storytelling here in Louisville. So stay tuned for that. So thank you so much for sharing that. And next, as Jasmine mentioned, one of her colleagues this year at KMAC is another SummerWorks, part of the SummerWorks program this year. And Samantha Vega is just graduated from the state champion PRP Panthers, where I had the wonder of visiting her alma mater earlier this week to celebrate their baseball state championship. She's headed off to Jasmine's alma mater, Murray State, to continue her education. We're so thrilled that you're part of SummerWorks program with us this year, Samantha. So please join us to share a few words about your experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Vega.
Hi, my name is Samantha Vega. As the mayor said, I'm going to be going to Murray State. I'm going to be studying graphic design, but currently I work at KMAC through SummerWorks. And funny story is that I did not know about SummerWorks until last year when two friends were trying to get a job for SummerWorks. And I was like, what's SummerWorks? And they're like, oh, it's like a little program that helps young teenagers get a job during the summer. I was like, how cool. Let me sign up and let me look for a job there. And coincidentally enough, one of my friends was also trying to sign up for a job at KMAC. And that's when I also heard of KMAC at that very moment. So I was like, hey, I've never worked a job in my life. Let me work at a museum. So that's when I signed up for to apply. I applied for KMAC, and I was really hopeful. Like I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Hopefully everything goes well. And I had an interview with Joanne. And later on, I heard from her that I was hired and was expected to work summer of 2023, and I was really excited. And I loved working here my first time. As my first job, it was amazing. I would have worked again, and I did this summer, where I came back as a camp assistant. And the camps here are really fun. I personally, if I had children in the future, not now, of course. If I ever had children, I would definitely sign them up for the camps here. They explore their creative instincts. It's just so amazing to see how creative children are, and they can be. For example, we have a teenage camp, which worked on the mural that's right behind me. It's amazing. They did such an amazing job. The teacher worked with them perfectly. It was so amazing to see them flourish and be able to do this. And I hope that everybody just knows that they have a place as an artist to do the work they can, because art is really important. And I love that Louisville is a place where artists can grow, because I myself am an artist, as why I'm going to be a graphic designer at Murray State.
Thank you so much, Samantha. So it's great to hear from some folks with firsthand experience, and I also want to give a shout out to some of the organizations and people that help make these experiences for young people like Jasmine and Samantha possible. This SummerWorks program would not be what it is without broad support from across our community. First, there's Metro Council. They approved the largest portion of funding for SummerWorks from the budgets that I propose to them. So I want to thank all of my colleagues on Metro Council for their continued support year after year for the amazing SummerWorks program. This program has also benefited greatly through the private funding of foundations and individual donors, some of whom are represented here today. With us here today, representing the James Graham Brown Foundation, Mason Rummel. Thank you so much, Mason, to you and all of your colleagues. Jeff Polson is here representing the Jewish Heritage Fund for Excellence. Jeff, to you and all of your colleagues, thank you so much for your foundation support. Also to the Ginkgo Foundation, and also to Paul and Vicki Diaz, who have been supporting this program for Michael, well over a decade, and have been just absolutely amazing supporters of this program. And also right there with the Diaz's, Mary Gwynn Wheeler and David Jones Jr. Thank you so much to all of our funders.